study of marine organisms. Marine biology accounts for the chemical, physical, and geological oceanography associated with marine organisms. The ocean takes up 70% of Earth and contains 90% of our world's water. This is especially important because as the population increases, we need to find new ways to sustain. Fields of marine biology are focusing on how to use our oceans as a resource to provide food, shelter, and water. Salt water is not drinkable. Scientists are working on ways to use it and convert it into drinkable water. Marine biologists develop ways for us to use our oceans to our benefit in the safest way possible. Marine biology focuses on the preservation and restoration of our oceans. We have only explored less than 5% of our ocean, leaving an extreme possibility to finding many unique organisms. Fisheries, a place where fish are brought in to mass-produce seafood, has been a major breakthrough in the hunger crisis around the world. Aquaculture, a new way of farming, is researching the development of organisms and their environment.
So, the first animal that I'm going to talk about is the dolphin. So, dolphins are one of the most amazing marine life animals ever, in my opinion. They're highly intelligent and they're part of the toothed whales family that includes orcas and pilot whales. So they are mammals, which people do tend to forget, but they give birth to live offspring, as do humans, and they feed their babies breast milk. Their gestation period is 9 to 17 months, just depending on the species. And you're probably wondering, or maybe not, I don't know, how these babies do drink milk, but it's the way that they do it is the calves, which are baby dolphins, they go up to the mom and they suction up on the nipple and it acts as a zipper so then no water gets into them as they're drinking milk. So typically these calves, they breastfeed for 2 or 3 years. They are carnivores, so for example, a 260-pound dolphin eats around 33 pounds of food a day. They use their teeth to catch the food as they aren't capable of chewing, so they swallow food whole. There are around 44 species of dolphins right now. Okay, so I'm going to talk about 2 different kinds of dolphins, species of dolphins. And so the first one is very commonly known. It's a bottlenose dolphin. These are found in warm water all over the world. They live in both shallow water and the deeper, darker parts of the water. They have a sharp sense of hearing, and scientists believe that the sound travels through the dolphin's lower jaw, through the inner ear, and then it's transmitted to the brain for analysis. Their scientific name is Turrisops truncatus. Their average lifespan is 45 to 50 years, and their size is about 10 to 14 feet. And their weight is around 1,110 pounds. The next kind of dolphin is the Irrawaddy dolphin. They're found in the coastal areas of South and Southeast Asia and in 3 different rivers. In the Mekong River, they inhabit a 118-mile stretch of the river between Cambodia and Laos. They're very scarce and they're close to extinction as there's only around 90 of them left. These dolphins, they have a bulging forehead, a short beak, and 12 to 19 teeth on each side. Their scientific name is the Orcalia brevirtostris. Their average weight is 198 pounds to 450 pounds, and their length can range from anywhere from 6 feet to 9 feet. Some fun facts about dolphins. Dolphins actually lived on land before they were adapted to the water. As little as 2 tablespoons of water could drown a dolphin because they are mammals. Pink dolphins are actually just albino dolphins, and the killer whale is the largest dolphin, and a lot of people do forget that killer whales or orcas, they are classified as dolphins. And also dolphins and porpoises are related, but they're not the same, basically just because of the physical differences between the 2 of them. So, that's what I have about dolphins.
There are over 465 known species of sharks. Sharks are near the top of the food chain, and they lose teeth regularly and new teeth continuously grow. Sharks eat fish, crabs, lobsters, plankton, krill, and other sharks. Sharks have an acute sense of smell that allows them to smell a drop of blood miles away. Shark population is rapidly decreasing due to the fact that poachers and fishermen keep hunting them. Sharks live in a wide range of areas, some in the deep ocean, others near the shore, and others in the open ocean. The average shark has 40 to 45 teeth and has 7 rows of teeth. Sharks don't have bones, they just have cartilage. Hammerhead sharks are born with soft heads so they don't tear up the mother's insides when they're born. Cookie cutter sharks have small circular mouths, so when they take a bite, it appears as if a cookie was cut into its prey. Tiger sharks hatch inside the womb and eat its siblings until only 2 remain on each side of the womb. Sharks have been around 200 million years before dinosaurs even appeared and haven't changed much since. Men are the majority of shark attack victims, despite the fact that the same amount of men and women regularly swim in the ocean. 2/3 of all shark attacks occur in under 6 feet of water. You have a bigger chance of dying by lightning than being eaten by a shark. Sharks are being experimented for a cure to cancer due to the fact that they rarely ever develop it. The largest shark ever caught by a rod was 2,664 pounds. Bull sharks can live in both salt and fresh water because of how their bodies regulate themselves. Sharks must swim constantly because their gills cannot pump water over themselves, otherwise they would drown. Moses sole is a type of fish that releases a toxin when bitten by a shark that causes the shark to release it. Scientists are currently studying this toxin to prevent shark attacks to swimmers and surfers. Native Americans use shark teeth as arrowheads. Sharks can hear prey up to 3,000 feet away. Megalodon sharks were so large their teeth measured to be almost 6 inches. Tiger sharks are the second most dangerous sharks because they will eat anything and everything. Whale sharks lay the largest eggs in the world, measuring 15 millimeters in diameter.
Our next animal is the anglerfish. Anglerfish are located in the deep sea at about 2,300 to 3,300 feet. These fish are named for their characteristic feature of having a light growth from their head, which is called the nesca. This protruding light is used as a lure to attract prey. This bioluminescence is a result of symbiosis with bacteria from the seawater. Anglerfish are carnivorous and not picky eaters, typically eating crustaceans, shrimp, and many other fish and snails. The anglerfish is near the top of the food chain, being mostly predators instead of prey. In fact, they're even known to eat animals larger than themselves. Anglerfish are most widely known by their grotesque appearance, but this only really applies to the female anglerfish, as you'll see in this video by Zifrank.
Here we will learn true facts about the anglerfish. The female anglerfish comes in many shapes, colors, and shades of ugly. It's like a rainbow of ugly. The male anglerfish is tiny by comparison, like a tiny little baby. He attaches himself to the female by biting her and then digesting part of his face so he fuses with her flesh. He then atrophies, losing his digestive organs, brain, heart, and eyes, and winds up nothing more than a pair of gonads, which release sperm when needed. Hey there, pretty lady. Nice gonads.
Our next animal is the stingray, also known as boneless fish. They are found in shallow coastal waters of temperate seas, and they spend the majority of their time just kind of surfing the bottom and going with the tide or buried in the sand. They have wide and flat bodies, which a lot of people would say don't look like fish, but they are classified as that. They are related to sharks, however. They're the cousins of them, but they don't have bones. Instead, their bodies are supported by cartilage, which is the same material you have in your ears or in the tip of your nose. Because of the broad fins that run throughout their whole entire body, that gives them the flat and rounded shape that stingrays do have. To swim, most of them move their whole bodies in a wavy motion that propels them through the water, and some of them actually flap their fins kind of like birds. Stingrays, they have something called barb, which is it's the spine of them, and so if someone were to get stung by a stingray, that's what hurts so bad. Also the stinger hurts, and that's the venomous portion of it. But there's lots of different videos and stuff of barb being taken out of people, and it hurts a lot. There are around 200 different species of stingrays, so I'm going to talk about 2 of those as well. Okay, so the first one is the ribbon-tailed stingray. It's quite small. It's recognizable by the large iridescent blue spots on it, and it has blue stripes along each side of the tail, which kind of shouts out to the other animals that it is venomous. The scientific name for it is the Tianura lima. The range length of it is 95 centimeters, so the height of it, and the average length is 25 centimeters, so it is quite small. So the next stingray I'll talk about is the spotted eagle ray. These have a very wide diamond-shaped pectoral disc that can reach over 9 feet wide, and it has light spots or rings on it. It can grow to be over 8 feet long, and it has a whip-like tail which can make it over 17 feet long. They do prefer bays and reefs to live in, but will sometimes be in large schools if they're going across an open water area, which they fly through the water sometimes, as I was saying earlier. They're not considered a good food fish, and when they are caught, it makes really loud sounds, and it should be treated with extreme caution because it is venomous. So the scientific name for these are the Aetobasis narnari. It has a wingspan of up to 10 feet and can be up to 500 pounds. So some fun facts about stingrays is the egg encasing where their eggs are stored, it's called the mermaid's purse, or it's like a nickname for it, but yeah. Stingrays actually do have teeth. Their babies look like ravioli. And if you look at a stingray or go to an aquarium and see the stingrays, they always look like they're smiling, which makes them the happiest animals in the ocean. Thank you.
The Dumbo octopus is a genus of pelagic umbrella octopus. It is named after its characteristic protruding ear-like fins, which are used to help it swim. These fins are located just above its eyes. These octopus live at extreme depths of 9,800 to 13,000 feet. They're relatively small, being around 8 inches tall. This animal's diet consists of snails, mollusks, bivalves, and crustaceans. Unusually, its brain is wrapped around its esophagus, meaning that it has to watch what it eats. Their prey is captured by pouncing on the target, which is then swallowed whole. This species is considered some of the rarest octopodous species, normally occurring in international waters. Here's a clip of the Dumbo octopus in action.
The
so cute.
brain is wrapped around the esophagus.
What? Oh, that's wicked That's rad. so weird.
So they can think their food down?
Or the other way around. Hold on,
Esophagus
now
is-
I'm getting confused.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
the brain is in their esophagus?
Oh,
yeah,
he's-
the brain
he's
is wrapped
shy.
around the esophagus, so they shouldn't be swallowing
I'm
anything
taking a
too
million
big or they'll
pictures.
explode their brain.
Oh,
Look
Look
at
at
him.
dust
He's
in my eyes.
wrapping it up.
Bright light,
This
go
is
away.
what scientists do
Sorry.
when we're really excited.